Self-love. What is it? I've been working with this theme for quite some years now. And in the work of words, like say, we work with energy, we work with the body, and we communicate with each other often with words, like I'm doing to you right now in this podcast. And I know that we have these nominalizations, these words that have different meaning. The meanings are like so vast and huge that it's impossible to distill one sole truth out of it. Like education. If I ask you what education actually means, like we could probably agree that it's good, that it's positive, right? If we improve education. But what education actually is very different for each individual. What love is very different. What peace could be, what freedom means, all of these meanings. And self-love can become complicated because we have an idea that we externalize about what love actually is. And some of the clients that I've worked with throughout the years, some of them don't feel their own love, their essence of love. They feel a lot of feelings, but they have different words and they have perhaps a sense of distrust or separation from it through their own experiences, traumas, and wounds that may still need healing. Now, when we externalize the idea or the what love is, the energy of love, and we don't believe that we are love, then it becomes very abstract on like I feel these connections with others when I am sharing love with this other being, so I can feel it from them. And I have a knowing somewhere that I love my children, for example. But then there's an abstract thing that happens, a disconnect, when they start looking towards themselves because of what they imagine self-love to be, or what they imagine self-love to feel like if they had it. So, what I often say as an exploration to those who have trouble really knowing, like, do I love myself or not? What should that feel like? It is giving yourself the same acknowledgement, seeing yourself, being compassionate, hearing yourself, forgiving, and learning how to feel and slow down to listen to what you are sharing with yourself. So the moments that you take out for yourself are acts of self-love. Like if you know that you need to rest or sleep or exercise or eat healthily or all of those things, where you take pause out even for 5 minutes to release emotion or to just tune in to feel what my needs are, or take a few breaths. Those are all radical acts of self-love. When you start therapy or any coaching or watching videos on trying to open yourself and be curious and discover more about who you actually are, those are all acts of self-love. Now, in that, as usual, I always want everybody to feel what they feel sensation-wise in their body, right? And it's the same here. There's not just one feeling of what it is to feel self-love, but allowing yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. So if you're feeling grief or anger or fear, and you take pause to be with the sensations of that, that is loving yourself, and that you can breathe and open the capacity for being with that discomfort or comfort or love or tingles or whatever is happening actually inside of your body. Those are all acts of love towards yourself. Just as you would hold and nourish somebody who might be hurting, who you care about deeply, that you'd, embrace your child or hold your partner if they were going through something. It's holding that space for yourself as well, acknowledging it and taking time out for it instead of dismissing that. So feeling into the sensations in your body throughout the day and learning what that internal communication is, opening yourself to those sensations will also give you insight into the moments when things are flowing. And when you start recognizing within that you're really choosing yourself more and more. So you're taking rest when you need rest. You're releasing emotion when you're releasing emotion. You're allowing yourself to feel the emotions that you feel. You take pause when you need to. You nourish your body in the way that you need. You are compassionate for when you don't do all of those things, when you make mistakes. They're all acts of self-love. So I hope this supports you in your own journey. I don't want to make this too long because I can go on and on and on about it, but it is an abstract thought to really like make all of these things tangible and put them into words. I feel stuck with that sometimes as well because the world of energy and emotion and being is so vast that I feel like sometimes, my mouth and the filter, like where the words get added, is not enough. It's never enough to be able to truly express all of it. But I hope that you get a small sense of what I'm trying to share with you here. It is not something that is external or that gets showered onto you and that melts everything else away. It is the moments that you take out to acknowledge and be present with yourself, to care about you, to be compassionate towards yourself, towards you. So in that, recognize in this moment, right now, what you can do to love yourself in this moment for the next 2 breaths. That's it for now. One love.